second graders. Today we are going to do a little lesson on shadows and how where your sun is positioned can make longer shadows or what we call shorter shadows. So today all you need is a piece of paper, pencil, and then I would like you to see if you have a black marker and gray marker, or it could be a black marker and a blue marker and an orange one. Alrighty, so we're going to learn how making shadows can really have a big impact on your picture. So we're going to pretend we are out taking a little walk in the woods, and we are going to draw some trees. This is going to be super easy though, because all you're going to draw is the trunks of the trees, because that's about what we see when we're walking. So I'm going to draw a line coming down just a little ways. See how I didn't even come halfway? And then I'm going to go over and then back up. That one is a little tree. Then I'm going to go over and go down again. This time I'm going to come down a little farther. And because I came down farther, this tree trunk is going to be bigger. Kind of like that. We're going straight up and down. And then the next one, we'll come down a little farther than this and not as far as that last one. So somewhere in between. And you know what? It might be kind of fun to give it a branch, like so. The next tree, let's do it at kind of an angle so that it looks like it's leaning just a little bit. And we'll go back up. Oh, and you know what? I think this next tree will be our biggest one. So it's going to come down the farthest. Not all the way, but farther than the others. And because it's closest to us, we're going to make it wide or big, just like that. So now I have 5 tree trunks. Now, if our sunshine is over here shining on the trees, that means our shadows will be going away from the sun. They'll be going that direction because the shadow's on the other side of the tree. So this is going to go straight off, just like that. We don't want to go over this tree. This is behind it, so it goes straight like so. This tree trunk is a little wider, so this is going to be a little thicker. And here's another one. And they go straight off the edge of the page. Don't go over the top of your tree. We want it to go behind it. This one will be the biggest one. And that will go right off the edge. That'll be our widest shadow because that is our biggest tree. Next, I am going to draw a little fox right here on the corner of my shadow. He's just hanging out right there under the tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of a triangular shape like so. And then I'm going to put 1, 2 tall little ears on there, and then an M on his face. Okay, then let's give him some legs. There's 1, 2, and then we'll have a belly, and then there's one back leg, and then the other back leg is like that. It'll be behind it. And there's the tail. And they have white on the end of their tail and in that M. So now what we're going to do is we are going to color the trees black. Take your marker and you're going to just lay it on its side like so and go slowly, slowly, slowly. See how that makes a nice dark line when I go slowly? Slowly, slowly, slowly. And because this one is a little thicker, it will take 3 or 4 lines. And it's okay if you have a little bit of the stripe to it because that kind of gives it a tree texture. I sort of like that. There's our trunk with the branch. This one is our leaning tree. 1, 2, 3. I think this is going to be about 4 thicknesses of my marker. This one will be the biggest one. So I'm going to outline it first, and then I'm going to draw back and forth nice and slow until I've got it all colored in. And you can see a little bit of white showing through, and that will be okay because it gives our tree a nice texture, kind of like a bark. I think we can get this last one with one more strip. So there are our tree trunks. Now I want you to either get your blue or your gray. It doesn't matter which of them you use. I'm going to just use my gray, and that's what we're going to use to color the shadow of the tree. The shadow's not going to be quite as dark as the tree is. Remember, your shadow is going off to the left because your sun is over on this side. So I'm going to color in my shadows. And it gives the illusion that it's a bright, sunny day when we're out taking a walk in the woods in the snow. And because the sun is low in the sky, we've got long, long shadows. If it was right up high overhead, the shadows would be much shorter. So, let's see here. And it's okay if I went over my fox just a little bit. So now, there we have our trees with their beautiful shadows. Now I'm going to take my orange marker and I am going to color the top part of that triangle in orange because a fox is generally orange. I'm going to outline his ears with a nice orange. This little M part that I put, I'm going to leave. And then I'm going to color in his little body. Very simple. With a nice orange color. And when I do his tail, I'm going to stop before I get to the tip because they usually have a little white on the end of their tail. Then my fox is going to need a nose. Up here in the M, I'm going to give him 2 eyes. You can put a little bit of black on the edge of his legs. Then we are going to get our gray out again for shadows because when your fox walks through the snow, he leaves little footprints. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 1, 2 footprints that go right off the page. And there you have a fun snowy scene with Mr. Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and your beautiful shadows. And if you want, you can even add more trees. I might even add like one more right up there. I think it needs one. And I'll have a shadow going straight off the page. And there you go. Now you have a beautiful page or a beautiful paper with a snow scene in Fantastic Mr. Fox. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully we'll see you in person next week. But if not, stay tuned because I will have another video for you at home with Mrs. Hagen.